this you go this Ambode road. I really
I
village.
no see the time when they go drop them.
Early morning, that's why I say late hour. I'm gonna come back to
See,
say
now the
early morning.
really smart. Now the system of the police, now policy. So what we do? Yeah.
Whether you just wait up. Let me know. Let's wait. We won't make me for himself. Don't let him. Don't speak with you. If your brother now send some people want to you, you tell
Phone call.
you know go get at the
That's why they are just.
and you say
That's
you know that
why APC are just because they know say everything will talk. Why well?
All investments
Result now. That is why the man they work for against 2027.
It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. I will say good morning to all our esteemed viewers all over the world. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, you know it's a city's turn. You don't need to be told. Yeah, you don't need to be told that we are broadcasting live all the way from Lagos, Nigeria, specifically Ogba. Yeah, Ogba News 10. As you can see, my respondents are here and we are ready to discuss important issues we have this morning. We appreciate all esteemed viewers for their support on this platform. Yeah, the daily support. You all have been very, very, very great. I will need to keep appreciating you for what you do for us on daily basis. All right, to the comment section. This morning I have Gowon Abdul is watching us from State House. Yeah, Asa Villa. I say good morning to you. Welcome to the program. Egbona Kingsley, all the way from Madrid, is also here. We say good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Mikey Daniels, all right, in the comment section, saying good morning to all esteemed viewers and telling everyone to kindly like, comment, and share. Please kindly do that. Share. Like the program. Tell people what is going on here. Nnamdi Anusi from Netherlands. Thank you for joining us this Wednesday morning. We also have um, Sunshine TV. Sunshine, welcome to the program. We have Julius Osunde in the comment section. Say good morning. Ifeanyi Chukwu is also here. Good morning, and it says, "Let my people go," as regards the detention of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't forget, there was a protest in the capital of Nigeria, talking about Abuja a few days ago regarding the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nigerians went out to protest against the continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The protest was led by Omoyele Shure, the publisher of Sahara Reporters and convener of Revolutionary Movement. We appreciate all of you. Like I said earlier on, we say thank you for your daily support on the platform. And to Dr. Ike in Caribbean Island, we say thank you so much for that great support, that great gesture. That was on Monday, right? Yeah, I call that Monday morning blessings. Yeah, we really enjoyed ourselves at the stand. Yeah, we really enjoyed ourselves. And to Mrs. Clara, who blessed Ben Jack, that was on Monday too. We say thank you so much. And to Mrs. Tina, yeah, Mrs. Tina in California. I think she's back. She's back to California. Say thank you so much for your daily support. Good morning to you, Kingsley. Thank you for joining us this morning. UC Kings in United Kingdom. We appreciate you too, Kelly, Mr. Kelly, in France. Where we had discussions yesterday. We were on phone for over 3 hours. Yeah, Mr. Kelly. Thank you so much, and God bless you. All right, and we also make corrections on what you said yesterday. Thank you so much, Mr. Kelly. All right, in the news this morning on our papers, former governors in Lagos State. I'm talking about Fashola, Ambode, and the incumbent governor, as well as key stakeholders of the ruling All Progressives Congress in Lagos State have endorsed the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This morning, even before we started the program, some reviewers are saying, "Is this news?" What do we expect from the likes of former Governor Ambode, Fashola, and even the incumbent governor, Sanwo-Olu? All right, whether it is news or not, we still have to discuss it. All right, and it's a sad one coming from our security angle, angle in the country. ISWAP plans fresh attacks in Kogi State, that's a gentleman Mike State, and Ondo. So we have to be very, very careful. Please tell your governor, Ododo, to be at alert. Let him tell his security men to be at alert. Also in Ondo State, the governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, if I'm not making a mistake, should also key into this. Don't let people die of this attack. All right. Always a good morning to you. You're welcome to the program. Where have you been? Where have you been? Good morning. Did you travel? How was celebration?
Well, it was okay.
Yeah.
Observed it.
You observed it. Well, that was nice. That was nice. All right. Good morning to you, gentleman Mike.
Good morning, Mr. Michael. Good morning.
How you doing? You're welcome to the program once again.
We say good morning to our viewers across the globe. Thank you once again for joining us. We say may God continue to be with you as you continuously be with us on city stand. Financially, morally, spiritually. May God continue to be with you. Thank you very much. You are welcome.
Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for your support. Thank you for being with us.
All right, thank you. All right, to the Vanguard Music, I don't need to omit this story. I don't need to leave it out of our discussion this morning. Abuja protest, that's a protest that happened a few days ago. Court remands Kanu's lawyer, brother, 10 others in prison. Court has finally remanded Kanu's lawyer, brother, 10 others in prison. Wow, this is a sad development, and I hope they get released on time. Defendants chanted war songs. Police allege I am safe, but still in Kuje prison. Ejimako was not released now. As we had it in the news that
Yes, some people told us it was released, but it was not
it was
released.
not released. Oh, I am safe, but still in Kuje prison. A lawyer for that matter.
Well, I'm sorry, when a lawyer don't know the right thing to do, honestly speaking, some people, they just like emotions. You are a lawyer for that matter. What it remains for you is to go and defend your client. Yes, the defense if truly federal government don't have evidence, or you are you bold enough, I think the next thing for him is just to go and defend his client, because you have once make a no case submission, meaning that all what federal government is saying is nothing. Then it's for you to go and prove it to them. And then they say there's something there. Then go and prove to them that there is nothing there. This case has been trashed out once. At the appeal court, that have been once trashed out. So I don't think it's the right time for Ejimako to join them in the protest. If I'm the position of Ejimako, what I would have told them is that please, let's go through the normal route. I've told you, leave emotion. No 1,000 protests can release in Nnamdi. That process, that judiciary process, we will follow it. And we need sound of Tinubu that we just say, okay, this is your Nnamdi Kanu, take it and go. Does that mean he has supported or Biafra agitation, does that mean his government is weak? He cannot take a decision. So it's a government that anybody can just gag, some group of people can just protest on anything, something that is up, something that is on. I mean, that is facing a trial, a particular case that is in the court already. So you think you can get it done through protest? I don't see it in that way, and it will not come.
Gentleman Mike, I don't know how you see this issue. The lawyer in Kuje prison. What do you have to say?
Well, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't have the information whether it is legal or it is right for a lawyer to participate in a protest, especially in a protest that he is also involved in the litigations and all of that. I don't have that information as I speak, but I know that it is within the right of individual to be part of freedom of expression. Those are fundamental rights that I believe, whether you are a lawyer or not, you should enjoy as citizen. Freedom to associate and all of that, freedom to lawfully assemble and all. Those are fundamental rights which I believe he should have, despite the fact that he's a lawyer. And as I said, whether it is against the ethics of his profession to be part of such protests, having been a lawyer, that information I do not have as I speak. But when it comes to his fundamental rights, I think he has a right to, but it is fundamental. That doesn't count whether you are a lawyer or not. But professionally speaking, if the ethics of his profession permits that, that is left for those in charge of the profession, the MBAs particularly, to sort out. And I think as we speak also, MBA has not spoken concerning that, and it's unlike them not to have at least issued a statement that one of their own has been sent to Kuje prison. So we don't have from MBA, perhaps they also feel that maybe he violated some of their codes as professionals in the legal profession. So we look forward to how everything pans out. But the danger of what has happened is, I'm aware that Kanu is supposed to open his defense by 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. That is maybe tomorrow. The lawyer is supposed to be part of the people that will prepare him for such defense. His brother as well, I have the information that he's supposed to be part of the witness or something. So if principal actors in that case are already in custody now, then it is also one might begin to think that perhaps there was a calculated attempt by the government to pick up people that are involved directly in the case, or people that are instrumental to the furtherance of that case, which is Kanu's brother and his lawyers, for whatever reason best known to them, which I think may not be too good for our democracy. You understand that these guys have a critical role to play in the trial when they have been picked up, and one would also be wondering that the convener of this protest, Omoyele Sowore, was not picked up. I want to believe, I don't know the reason why he was left, and the main target was for the lawyer and perhaps Kanu's brother. It looks suspicious.
Mr. Meta, can I say something? When you are fighting with somebody, you should know how to fight your enemy. A Jimako play into the hand of government. Must he join that protest? Why not leave the protest for the protester and go and face your job in the court? What will it cost you to restrain from joining them? Must a Jimako join them? That is not where you're. When you start to be functioning in a place where you are not supposed to function, then there will be problem. That is not your calling. Joining them, facing them like this, it's not. You are paid to defend, not to protest. Now you play into the hand of government. So he's the one that I will find. Let him go and defend himself in the court of law, where it said one court issue an order to somebody, you must follow that order. The same constitution that grants you right to protest also grants a court. I mean, grants you, tell you that you must obey a court order. Yes, what constitution say? I mean, you have rights to demonstrate. It's the same constitution that says you must obey a court order. Which court has said that don't go to social place, don't go to social place? No, that's an injunction. Then you flow it. What I expect from Jimako is that when they charge him to court, that thing that he thought he has, he should go and defend himself. What right he has to go and protest that day when they say he should not protest? Or why should you and in a place when they should not protest? Then maybe that place is a court. Let me tell you, when you are fighting your battle, please mark up your strategy. Don't join the bad dragons. Don't join. I'm telling you, right? Above every other thing, when everything other thing go on, it's almost your nation already be blaming, and it has started. Some people have been coming out and say, when we are telling you don't trust a Yoruba man, you see what Omoyele has caused now. They don't arrest him, and you will be wondering why. Why Omoyele was not arrested? He went to police station. Even himself, they don't need Omoyele. They are pick somebody they need, people that they need. So why play into the hand of your enemy? Why not go to that place? So as government is even trying to, I mean, postpone that trial, you are now joining them. You are now helping them to do the needful. To protest. What will you cause a Jimako to restrain that? No, you can protest, but let me wait, because the day of a sitting is very close, and it's very dangerous for me. What if a stray bullet hit him? If he know what he's doing and he's so sure that he can defend in American, he shouldn't have done protest. That is my take. Anybody can take it or leave it.
All right, there are reactions to what Femi and Gentleman Mike are saying this morning, but please, viewers, let us mind the kind of comments we drop in the comment section. Let us mind our comments there. I can see some comments that are not welcome on the platform. Please, let us be wise. Let's be wise. Let's be wise. All right, so I move down to the comment section before going to the situation in Lagos State as regards our Lagos politics. Also, Obiwa says, I know this Femi is dash. I will move down to
should that also be one? You don't need to read it. You know, go and read the comment section. He is the one that usually bring cause. But let me tell you something. If you point a finger to somebody, know that the remaining four is against you. Any cause you place here, you use your head to carry it. Simple. I know you usually bring cause and play. And if you want to turn this place to battleground, okay, it will not work. We are here to do business, and I'm here to express my opinion. If it doesn't go down with you, that does not mean you should be sending calls upon me, okay? You are causing yourself. I'm beyond that.
All right, thank you so much. Nnamdi Anusi says, come to Western world. Lawyers do protest. Stop the hate on Igbo affairs. Stop in it.
Who said lawyers should not protest? Can if I may protest? I say if you know how to defend, it is matter of defense, not matter of protest.
I think people should cry as.
What are you telling me?
Listen to what Femi.
They don't understand what I'm saying. Did I say lawyers should not?
He played into the.
He played into the hand of his enemy. It remains like 3 days for you to go and defend a particular client. If it's so sure for you, you will not go and join protest. You need to use your sense now. Don't stop emotion. Stop attach emotion. Why did Nnamdi Kanu beat him in the court? Was it not the way Nnamdi Kanu was? I mean, it was among his lawyer. You saw no reputable lawyer, a client will be beaten like that. That is just, can you beat Khalifa Emi like that? All this charge and pay lawyer, and you say you call them lawyer.
Also, Obiwa says he's entitled to his opinion, and he's telling you to go and transformer this morning.
Transformer is plenty in that place where your hog won. Any of your family that has ever
transformers. Okay, all right, we move down to Andrew Ogudimi. I was saying, it's only the military that cannot protest. Other professions can do that. All right, we move down to Safa Biodun. Shure ran away for his life.
Wow. You should have wait now.
Some people said, oh, Sari Kaba Kaba.
Oh, come on, Sari.
What did you say? Oh, yeah, calm down.
We don't see him.
Calm down, can you take it easy? Come here. All right, we move on this morning. All right, Vinko Mike, okay, what he's saying. We move on. Okay, Ejimako should be from the bars, which should be removed. What did you say? What is it right here? From the Nigeria Bar Association. All right. DOA says that it is illegal for a lawyer to protest. Now, wow. All right. On to the next one. Nnamdi,
It's not illegal.
Saying,
I don't think
are
it's
you?
Is that?
I'm not sure.
It is
legal.
I don't know, but
You guys never said it is legal. You said he played into the hands of his.
I say he's playing to the hands of enemy. It remains 3 days for you to go and defend your client. That is where you are called for. That's what you are paid for, not to protest.
Is it not peaceful protest?
What will you do to all right? Have you ever heard a peaceful protest in Nigeria with peaceful protest? Okay.
Baba Yaga says they are trying to suffocate the Biafra movement from all angles. All right. On to the next one. Then go oppress Nigerians with this kind of thinking. All right, Baba Yaga says if Nnamdi Kanu can be free and still be in custody, what makes people think they can't lock up his lawyer without explanation? Nigerian dash. Tony Mola Joseph says don't blame the lawyer. His client has been asked to be released by the Supreme Court, not Supreme Court, sorry, Appeal Court, by that court, but the government refused to release him. But Tinubu government refused to release him, and secondly, drug murderers and fraudsters were released. That's a presidential.
This is how they got it wrong. Those people are still in prison. Those ones that they say they have released, they are still in prison. But I'm coming. Gentlemen, let me talk. They are still in the prison. They have not issued order for the prison leader to release them, and they have subjected it into review. So if you say they are being released, they are still in prison custody. Go and check. There is a news this morning. Bagbemi said all agencies has been charged to go and look into that list. All agencies. So they have not been released.
Michael,
that's what
under review.
Yes, Michael, still under review.
As soon as that pronouncement was made, there was uproar everywhere because of that list. That these are people that shouldn't have been released. A lot of, drug peddlers and all of that were in that list. It was that uproar that led to the review that we are beginning to see.
That means your president have a listening high.
I'm not
talking about. If you release them and if you didn't subject it to this, what are you doing?
I have the floor, please. I'm not taking that away that he listened. No problem about that. But I'm saying that the order has gone now. Those are the people who intend to release. If there was no uproar, that would have been it. That's my point. If there was no issue, if people didn't make noise about the list, that would have been it. That means you have a listening president. Number one. Number two, when they give order, if they say they really want to release these people, all your this thing, you do not enter here, they will have released them. So that person that say has been released, you know there are difference between announced to be released and released. They have not yet released. That's why I'm telling them they are still in prison. The prison warder has not received that order, and it's only announcement. Am I clear? For the reaction, thank God. Thank God that he has reviewed.
All right, Williams Okameme, Femi, you are speaking like Nigerian politicians this morning. Every human being has the right to protest against bad government. Legislators.
Look at what he's saying. Look at what you are saying. Did I say you didn't have right? I said don't play into the hand of your enemy. What many of this? Did I say you didn't have right? You that they have said. A reasonable person will understand that
you will be defending.
Nnamdi Kanu will not be released based on protest. A reasonable lawyer will know that this man cannot be released through protest. It's through court. It's either they jail him or they free him. As stupid as I am, I stand there that no 1,000 of protest can release Nnamdi Kanu. If you go to GSSL and drag him out, if you can. This man, they will not release. I know that what time in Nnamdi Kanu in that place. You know, I've been saying this and that. Nnamdi Kanu is single-handedly fighting the war that the whole South is fight for 3 years. That's what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting in that place. So you now think ordinary Sowore, protest of Sowore, you want to begin like this. That's why Nnamdi Kanu will be released. This case has been trashed out once. Go and do it again. Tell them that there is nothing in that accusation. Simple. That's what I'm waiting for. Not to go and be protest on the streets.
GOA says, Femi, we have the right to protest against you in the comment section, whether you like it or not. All right, we move down to Andrew Gujimi, Mr. Femi. The order from the president will be obeyed maybe later. Merciful God says, oh, you need to call the Ohanusi. Oh, okay. How many of your brothers can do what Shore did? That's that. So Fabian goes on. What was he saying? Kanu lawyer was gullible. In fact, he must be sentenced for ignoring the court judgment. And Femi was right for the first.
He's not only gullible, he's stupid. I can say it anywhere. He's stupid. Not only stupidity is worrying him. Fool.
All right, away from that, let's move down to Lagos politics. I said earlier on that the likes of Fashola, Ambode, these are former governors, have endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's second term. And let's quickly go to the report we have on Daily Post regards this. Stakeholders of the Lagos chapter of the ruling All Progressive Congress have unanimously expressed support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's re-election, urging him to seek a run for a second term in 2027. This decision was reached on Tuesday in Lagos by several party chieftains and members during the APC Stakeholders Forum 2025 held at Eco Hotels and Suites at Victoria Island. The meeting was attended by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, his predecessors, Babatunde, Roger Fashola, SAN, and Akinwunmi Ambode, Deputy Governor, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, his wife, Oluremi, and Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa. Others included members of the APC National Working Committee and State Working Committee, serving and former federal and state lawmakers and appointees, blah, 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 dash, dash, dash. Now, the question is, should Lagos politicians automatically support Bola Ahmed Tinubu's re-election?
Mr. Michael, what do you expect? When I saw this that news this morning, I said, Mr. Michael, are they on the punch? I said, what are they talking about? This one no be news now. Who they like? Fashola, Ambode. Before charity must begin at home. So I don't expect. What I think they should be saying is that maybe Ambode rebel and they say it's not supporting us. I know now there is problem. That one is normal. That one is normal. When somebody that is not even in Lagos State has volunteered himself to be the campaign director general before 2027, but governor of Niger State, he said, I will be campaign director general, let alone the people that as he was due tutor. Although we have seen one of them rebel, and that one is no longer news. That one has separated himself for a long time. But all this one, the fact that Ambode have issue with APC, he still remain there, still remain loyal. See tomorrow, he still remain loyal.
Yeah.
Despite that,
that's not what he faced.
Despite all what he faced, he still remain loyal in APC. So, and there is even speculation that they are going to bring him back as a governor, as we are hearing him. So, there is no cause for him to say no to us.
And why did he remain loyal to APC?
When you don't have when you know you don't have enough arsenal to fight your enemy, then the best thing for you is just to just let it be. When you that is the decision of a wise man. The only thing that the only issue I have with him is that when he started, he didn't look at it very well before he jumped into. You should have looked at the enemy you want to fight. If it's the one that you think that I will just disgrace myself if I say I want to, then the best thing is for you, don't just start the fight, just remain where you are. That is what this guy is facing in River State. So when you look front and you look back, and when you cannot move forward, then you have to reverse or maintain your whatever. So Ambode involved in politics more than us. You know what he's talking about. When you are fighting and your deputy is not even supporting you, you only have 2 commissioners. Then where do you want to go? You have been dark. So the best thing for you is just to remain. Those ones that they even ran away, they are coming back. What is it called? Dando, they are coming back. They fall. So where do you want to run to? No, where there is no where to run to. The best thing is just to be thanking God that gives you grace to be a governor of Lagos State for 4 years and be governor of Lagos State for 4 years. That's nothing. You think it's easy?
Alright, if some people see this as political ritual of loyalty, some said that this is uncalled for. Of course, you know Lagos State as a state where Godfatherism reigns. Would you call this a just or a genuine endorsement?
there's nothing wrong in that meeting. Those are Ashwaju's voice, and permit me to use that word. And they are only converging to give expression to their own position as regards the next general election. Those are political activities that that must come up before the main general election, which is it is welcome. There's nothing wrong with it. They have converged to endorse their boss. There's nothing absolutely wrong with it. I expect other serious major political parties to have also been having some of this kind of convention where they put their eyes together and begin to galvanize support towards their own candidates as well. So our political activity has started. There's nothing wrong in that meeting, Michael.
There's nothing wrong in that meeting. And what's your take on ISWAP's planned attack in Kogi State and Ondo?
My worry is that these guys have now been so emboldened to the point that they announce attacks ahead. That's the level of confidence that we are too sure that we can always get away, and that is why we even give you time to prepare. And it's so unfortunate that is what our security situation has turned into as a nation. And I expect, having been informed earlier, those that have been saddled with that responsibility should not take it as one of those cheap talk. They should ensure that what they have sworn to protect the lives and properties of Nigerians, they uphold that position. Attacks must not be allowed to happen in those places. We are still battling with some places in Osun State and some other places, Kwara State rather, that we've been having problems with, and they are also announcing ahead that they are coming. So people should wake up, Mr. President, the Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces. That's the job you have signed for. You should please ensure that those attacks don't come up. My governor, Ododo, that is dancing around, should also ensure that he's on top of security issues in that state, so that we don't have another casualty in our hands.
This is a sign of national insecurity beyond their government control. In those states, Kogi State, I don't know how they expanded the operation from the north to the western states.
These people, they have strategy, and they have plan, and so their plan is not restricted only to the northeast. They want to take over everywhere. This is not the first time Ondo will fall under attack. We could remember the attack in Catholic Church that time, and it was traced to one of the terrorist groups. So it's not surprising if you want to attack Ondo again. I don't know how that information got linked. I've not read it, but I trust the gentleman, Mike. I think he will have read that news. I don't know, maybe
it was from the DSS.
That means it linked from intelligence report. Yeah. Not that those people give warning ahead. You know, when you are planning something, but giving us information is more important. But to proact, not to reaction. It is proaction that will checkmate them. And because we have failed to even map out the strategy to deal with these people, has make it to be more difficult for us to win them. When this thing first started, our president don't know what to even do. We don't know what to do. Let's begin to pray. The first day they kidnapped about 200 Chibok. Our president declared 3-day fasting and prayer. They are still our brother. We don't know how to fight them. That is how we watch them until they become something we are unable to tame up to this moment. So I want to advise that they should not watch it like that this time around. They should take action. They should take step. Governor of the two states should be awakened from their slumber now, so that it will not be the case of Awifunokoto Dani Agbajakadini. It will be very, very disastrous if something like that happens.
Thank you so much, Femi Gentle. I really appreciate your contribution. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, our revered viewers. Thank you for keeping faith with this platform.
Yeah. Good morning, reviewers. Thank God for life, and thank God for our existence as it is. Good morning to you all.
All right, let's move down to the story. The Department of State Services, DSS, yesterday raised the alarm over an imminent terrorist attack on some communities in Ondo and Kogi State by the Islamic State of West Africa province, ISWAP, a confidential memo dated October 20, 2025 that was addressed to the brigade commander of the 32 Artillery Brigade, Nigerian Army Corps of Artillery, Owena Cantonment, Akure. The security service warned that credible intelligence confirmed plans by the insurgents to launch coordinated assault on several communities. Wow. Now, let me go to the questions of the day. How many insurgents are we battling? We have Boko Haram, we have bandits, we have Mahmuda, we have Orishirishi, just
full land.
ISWAP. We've been battling the issue of ISWAP for some time now. Where do we go from here?
Yeah, I will not want to narrow it to this government alone. Nigeria, over time, this insecurity has grew up as a result of the, irresponsibility of government.
So negligence.
Over time, yes, irresponsibility of government. See, the youth are very, very energetic people, and they are looking for where to channel their energy. One of the things a government should do, particularly in a country where you have over 60 to 70% of your population that is youth, what you should do is to come up with policies that empower the youth. If the youth are empowered across board, you understand, a situation where there is an enabling environment where majority of the youth are gainfully employed or engaged, you understand, they would not be hired by these enemies of the state to fight against the state. But the irresponsibility of government over time is the reason why jobless youth who are energetic, you understand, can be bought by the enemy of state, and that is where we are now. It keeps growing, it has become a very lucrative business where, people have seen how Boko Haram started. They have gone to the level they are. I can assure you it's a multi-billion-dollar terrorist organization. You understand? So it's a very lucrative business. So lots of people are also, want to take part in such a, to cripple the state. And that explains why the president has been traveling around the world, in a bid to, bring in foreign investors. See, a good government don't need to travel anywhere. Nigeria has a population that is so attractive. If you do the needful, a situation where you have an economic, there is economic stability, where your security is intact, people will come with their resources to invest. Nobody wants to come and invest his money in an insecure environment. You understand? The essence of business is to maximize profit. I cannot come and invest my money in a country where I'm not sure, security-wise, that my money is safe. A country where there is economic instability. You understand? So the failure of our government to do the needful is the reason why we are having growing, rising insecurity. You understand? That is it. And government can begin to do the needful now. Look at the epileptic power supply. Do you know, when we talk about government creating employment, we are not saying build industries for everybody to be employed. Imagine that Nigeria are able to provide stable electricity. People who are idle will just think of what they can do. Nigerians are creative. Somebody can just think of how to go and learn welding. Where there is electricity, you can make money from it. There are so many businesses, small scale businesses that SMEs that Nigerians can venture into. But the electricity issue is the reason why even some businesses are folding. If you go to certain area now, forget that we are seeing some reasonable, you can see up to 10-hour electricity here. If you go to some communities in Nigeria, they hardly see 2 hours. So what can those people do? If you want to run business, you need generator. What is the cost of fuel? Or what is the cost of diesel to those who are even doing big business that they are using big gen that uses diesel? What is the cost of diesel? So government must look at very sensitive sector. If you don't have a good economy where you can empower your people, insecurity will continue to grow. I always use the North as a case study. I can tell you with 5,000 naira, people we have seen under Jonathan, where criminals will be arrested, they will go and attack a community, they will say they gave them 5,000 naira for this attack, where they will go and waste people. And that is why I attribute it to the irresponsibility of government. If government begin to do the needful, they should, we need to see some level of sacrifice from the part of government. Can you please not travel outside for medical trip? Sacrifice this. Can you jettison some? It's not everything they call you for
You grace all your
you want to go to. First, fix your country. The country we have is Nigeria. You understand? We need to fix it. If we don't fix it, and you travel around the world, your counterpart are laughing at you. They may embrace you, they may shake you, but I'm telling you, in their hearts, they see you, they laugh at you. Because that is not how to run a country. That is not how to run a country.
Fully, we realized that past warnings, recent warnings by DSS did not stop any attack in the country. Can we trust DSS on this alert? Can the residents of this state trust DSS on this alert?
Yeah, we need, because we have a capable hand, the best of the DSS we've ever had in Nigeria. Mr. Tosin, his name is Tosin, but he's a silent achiever. Nobody knows him. Majority of the information, leaked information we are getting, is from that Tosin. That's the DSS, our chairman, and he's always at his point. They dishing out this information to. But you see, I was listening to my brother when he was talking that government. Only government cannot, put an end to this insecurity we have, because it has turned to, you see something, you say something. You yourself is your government. We host the government. And when you now sit down for what belongs to you, and you now putting blame game on one person that that is just holding forth for you, it's your own government. Is democracy not our government? Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And
they make it look
that is why we have been sleeping in slumber. I'm saying we have been sleeping. Okay, the first this thing they will say, the politician will tell you is the youths are the leaders of tomorrow. Okay. And I've been hearing that since. Why can't youths organize a conference and say you've been calling on leaders of tomorrow? Now we are getting old. We are entering 30 years, 80 years, and when will we be leaders that will take over the governance? And that is, we've never engaged them in that battle. It's not all about criticism. It's not all about wailing, just wailer. I'm just saying, no. I'm not looking at you. Why are you so conscious? Your conscience is worrying you. So that's what I'm saying. Then when you look at our military circle, they are most, and I keep telling people, we need to just listen to ourselves. There's an agenda on ground already. Prior to that, anybody coming, all the president has been coming in, there's an agenda against them. And they are
against the president?
Yeah, all the president has been talking.
What agenda?
The agenda is
against
they need to be
Nigerian state.
Yeah, they need to be controlling. There are sections of the country that they believe is their birthright. Is their birthright to control the order. And I can tell you heartedly, the likes of President Obasanjo escaped it because of his military background. And what happened then? When he came into power, Sharia came in. And President Obasanjo told us the Sharia would die the way he came, and he died wholeheartedly like that. And it has been an agenda, a conquest agenda by Usman Danfodio, and we never relate to that. We just slept in slumber, and that is why you see all this insecurity, and that they are getting more and more support. And who are their sponsors? And I keep saying, Malami, if the presidency is listening to me, Malami needs to be questioned. Where are those sponsors? The courts in Saudi. I said Saudi, but what's it called?
Your president.
Yes. He has a list.
Why the president not working on it?
No. Malami, the list is with the. Yeah, that's why I'm saying that. I'm calling the president. I'm calling. No, it's not with the. No. Malami said, as Minister for Justice, he said he has the numbers and he has the name of the sponsor of these people in Dubai. He said it's the deputy may continue
from where they stopped.
You see, what is there now? That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying, Mr. President. You know what I'm saying now?
He's romancing the list.
He's not romancing the list.
So what's happened to the list?
I think it's because
is he afraid of calling them out?
Of the block.
Is he afraid of prosecuting them?
That's part of what I'm saying now. It's because of the block Malami belongs to. These guys, you could see there are some people that was that's what I'm saying. Problem. That's why I've been calling the president's house that Malami should be engaged to come and give us the lowdown of how he came to know those people that were
come out himself.
He has to. The president. He said the president has to pressurize it.
So why is no?
The president. That's why I've called the president out that he should be arrested if possible, because you gave us a fake information. Neither you are even in support of those. So why can't you put your work into action before you left the government of what's it called, Buhari? And I can tell you heartedly, what we are facing now is an agenda. When last did the senior citizen in that axis where the crisis is, when last did they have a meeting to put an end to enough is enough about all this killing? They know. They know themselves.
There are questions here for you, Kule, this morning. Of course, you know people will react to
yes, I'm ready for them. I'm ready for anyone. Yeah, I'm ready. Yes. Let them come. So far, it's not going to be abusive. They are not going to. They have decorum. Because if they abuse me, I will abuse them. No decorum. They don't have decorum. Some of them don't have decorum. Yes. So yeah, now let's go.
Okay. Kate Perry.
Kate Perry. Now he wants
watching us from India.
Indian.
Yeah.
Indian.
Yes.
Where they do
Please, Mr. Kule, since Tinubu took over power, has anything changed in your eyes, in your own eyes? Has anything changed?
Yeah, a lot.
Has it performed?
A lot has changed.
A lot has changed.
You see, when people bring the agenda of criticism to government, even before the man won the election, they said they did not win, and this one did win, that one win. They went to court, and they do what? In our palace language, they said they lule. They fakata, and they were, still not, satisfied enough, and they went on to social media. They are in social media. That's why they're in social media now. Obi win election. Atiku win election. Who won election among them? Can three? People be fighting for one. Candidate, one seat. So since then, the enmity was created by these people, in which they don't, and the hatred likewise, in which they don't believe in any other thing. So, if they are asking questions from me, I think I will still keep, answering them, because they are my brother, they are my fellow brother. I have no permanent enemy. I have no permanent friend.
As the policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu brought positive changes, in your life.
Yeah, it's changing. But
if you don't get it,
it's changing. Yeah, the purpose, it's changing. What I'm saying now is, it's talking of is rebuilding the nations, and it has to get everybody along. And what am I saying? You see, in Renew Hope, we all know how this country is. We all know people that occupy this country. We are just tenants. I can tell you. We Southern, and we are a bit, I can say we are tenants as it is, and I can tell you heartedly, and this is a man that wants to bring everybody on the same page, that nobody is more, is highly special than another people. So if we can key into his agenda, we will know that this president will, after he sits, Nigerians don't really respect the president until they leave the the seats. And what happened when they now leave? They are under Jonathan. What did they respect Jonathan at that time too? How many people respect Jonathan? How many people respect Babajide? Well, we say good things. Yeah, that's it. We say good things. So that's the Nigerians for you, and that's why I say the kind of demonic spirit that is worrying us in this country is even affecting the economic problem we are having.
As Tinubu's reform, anything you want to say about it?
You see, we keep hearing them talk about reform that will produce results. See, whatever reform whether economic or whatever, that you think you have in place that will yield results. This is 2 years, and Nigerians are yet to see, the impact of this your reform. The only thing we see is a growing hardship, growing insecurity. Everything that is on the negative is what is growing. You understand? And it's unfortunate, and that explains why we have this rise on the level of insecurity. You understand? See, when a government fails to do what is expected of them, you understand, they should be ready to tackle insecurity. Imagine, I just said something, I said, imagine that the government has been able to build a level of environment where the youth can compete favorably. Who will want to go and engage in crime? You understand? They said necessity is the mother of invention, but yet the father of crime. If necessity makes me to become creative, and if there is no environment that makes me creative, you now become the father of crime. You take crime as a resort for survival. You understand? So we need to see this going. What they should not be telling us on paper. We need to see it affecting lives. Every good policy is seen in the lives of their citizens. It shouldn't be on paper. You see, recently IMF statistic about the 4 fastest growing economy in Africa. Nigeria is not there. Benin Republic is one of them. Ethiopia is one of them. Rwanda is one of them. Uganda is one of them. Nigeria wasn't on the list. So, and then what are they telling us that is happening in this country?
How will Nigeria be on the list?
We are coming, we are almost there. Buhari told us we should be patient. And it was 8 years. A damaged economy was what we saw after 8 years.
The president told you sometimes ago that he has been able to stabilize the economy.
Stabilize, and then Nigerians cannot really see it.
You are seeing it if you don't see it.
Are you? Okay,
Your governor.
Can you not interject? When you were talking, I was not interjecting.
Well, you are taking too long.
You took longer time now. Now, the economy that does not affect me, does not affect Nigerians. Some put the opinion of Nigerians on the street. They should tell you the impact of this government. Today, now they will use grains. What an unfortunate situation that prices of food are going down. Every time you harvest, the price of food will go down. What we have are new grains in the market, so normally the price will go down. Let's check February, March. In fact, there is even a projection that inflation will hit 37% as from 2006, 2026. You understand? Once you have a new grain, so the price will naturally go down. There is no government intervention in it. Government has done nothing.
Mike.
Check the price of foreign goods. What impact have they done with the price of? If they say prices are going down, go and buy foreign goods and tell me whether the prices of foreign goods has gone down. You understand? What you see with grains is that we just recently harvested crops, and of course normally you have new crops in the market, grains in the market, the price will naturally go down, and that is what we are seeing. And it hasn't even gone down as much as we wanted because of the level of insecurity. People could not farm as much as they should farm. You understand?
I asked you about the impact of Tinubu's policies on the lives of Nigerians, and people are still reacting here, saying that you've not said anything. The likes of
a lot have been done. Even all those guys that are asking me questions in their different states, they has been impacted. The Tinubu has impacted in their different states. They should go. If in the Southeast you want to say, he gave them Southeast Development Commission, and there's going to be a rail. Southeast has been denied of a railway track for long, and they are bringing the railway back. So he has tried to balance the equity and make equity, and the tax reform too likewise. Who's going to benefit on it? It's the same governors, it's all of us that will benefit, and it's going to work for us. And I can tell you heartedly, Tinubu has done a lot. It's only the blind that will not be able to see, or it's only the wailers that will not be able to see. Let me go back to this, my gentle brother. He was saying there's no access to go to farm to do all this, We remember that Benue happens to be food baskets of the nation. Let me ask this, my brother. Did he have a farm in the States? Can you show me one of the?
What are you contributing?
What are you contributing? It's not just campaigning. It's not just campaigning.
All right, I am from Benue State. I have a family in Benue State. All of us cannot be in Benue State. My family are into farming, majorly. Corn and cassava. We do it majorly. But I can assure you, that food basket of the nation that you see was a slogan that we got before now when Benue State was experiencing peace. But I can tell you now, how many people can go to farm and want to remain in farm to cultivate for a long time? You understand? Very few. You understand? Why are you in Lagos? Are you now farming there? I told you. Are you
I have a land.
I also have. I'm a farmer. I just told you the same thing.
Now, I'm not complaining.
The question is, what we are saying is, we need a government. Do I look hungry to Nigeria? We need a government that will do the needful, and then let's have an environment where people can thrive. Insecurity will go down. England has fought insecurity in a way. One time, what did they do? They adopted the seminary system where somebody will go to seminary, after graduation, the church will take care of you till you die. So the man said, how do we now, if adopting that policy can also help to quell insecurity? They came up with welfareism, where government takes care of you if you are not doing anything. There is what they call parent-child benefit. You can go and check it. Where even while you are working, there are certain amount they are giving you to take care of your children if your income is not enough. That is welfareism. And when they did that, they saw that insecurity went down naturally. Government can come up with policies. It's not all the time you use gun. Most of the time we've been using gun. How to use when? What is the result? Now we are seeing terrorists daring the government by saying we will attack Ondo. We will attack. Is that not a disgrace? Can government please begin to be more sincere and do the needful? I'm telling you,
are you not the government?
I'm telling you, I'm not speaking on behalf of. I'm not speaking on behalf of any
democracy we are enjoying.
If APC is able to deliver, if APC is able to deliver on, if APC as a political party can bring up policies that are people friendly, I will vote for them. What I wanted is a policy that makes my life easier and better. You understand? Not a policy that makes my life difficult.
If you want to farm,
you know the cost of school fees, you know the cost of living now in Nigeria. You understand? If you have children and you are paying school fees today, if you have children and you are taking care of them today, you will know how hard this country is. You will know how hard this country is. That's a reality.
All right,
yeah, I can say, my brother, if you are talking of how hard this country is, you are not supposed to even be complaining. You are not supposed to be complaining. You have your job, you're doing already. Yes. So what are you contributing into the quotas system?
I am contributing because they are taking tax from my salary. What are you contributing to the country? What are you contributing to the country?
Okay, you never realize that as you have, you need
and if I'm paying tax to the government directly,
not pay tax.
So all of you say, so I'm assuming that this tax that I'm paying, you understand, is it working for my own
in your state? Aliyah, do you know what Aliyah is collecting? Your governor? Have you ever been to your governor's seat?
Can we discuss for that?
No. Let's not go away from there. Why is it one?
No, it's not. All right, the government section. Only government cannot put an end to insecurity in Nigeria. It is the same government that is generating this insecurity in Nigeria. It is the same government that is powering insecurity in Nigeria. This is coming from Williams or Meme.
I disagree.
Okay, you disagree with him?
I disagree.
All right, we'll move down to Nnamdi Wanusi. At your age, you still live. Oh, that's please. I told you, let us be mindful of. Excuse me, I'm coming. Let's be mindful of the kind of comments we drop in the comment section. Kunle does not live in a single room apartment. He lives in a flat. Please, what you drop there now is uncalled for. So people that don't know him now will believe it. You said, Kunle, at your age, you still live in a single room apartment with your family and you are not ashamed. Who told you that Kunle lives in a single room apartment? He lives in a flat. So I've told you, be mindful of what you drop in the comment section. Please. All right. We'll move down to other viewers in the comment section. Claire Volek says Benue people should make efforts to exit Nigeria and not expect anything from Nigeria. How? Why? Is there any reason for that?
Can I react to it? I am a proud Nigerian. I would not want to say Benue should secede from Nigeria. I will always want to lend my voice, for a better government, for a better Nigeria. And that's why we keep talking truth to power. We expect that our government by now should know that when you have a growing population like Nigeria, and you just don't do anything, you keep playing politics with Nigerians, it's a time bomb. It's a population of over 230 something million people. And then when you are supposed to take Nigeria as a state of emergency, the whole sector in Nigeria should be declared state of emergency. You understand? We should see government ensuring that everything is working, because population keeps growing. You understand? And it will be a disaster on this country if they don't wake up and begin to do the right thing. It will be a huge disaster in the future. Yeah. You understand? So I am not calling for secession of Benue State. I think Nigeria has a capacity to be a great nation if we have good leaders. Population is not really our problem, because we have countries with 8 times population than ours, like China, and it's the second fastest growing economy.
All right, thank you so much. Alexander the Great says this anchor, if it is Ant-Man that say was, you won't caution him. And where were you when I challenged Ant-Man last week? Where were you? You know how many times I've challenged Ant-Man?
You're not threatening him that you block him. I remember.
That was not I threatening him, Abi, that I will block him. So what are you saying? What are you trying to say here? All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mr. Michael.
That's why in most cases I use dash. When I see that this comment is not right, it's not good enough.
Good morning, dear viewers. Good morning, citizen.
All right, good morning. You're welcome to the program. We're talking about insecurity in the country. What's your take? There is a planned attack on citizens of Kogi States and Ondo. What do you have to say?
Well, the issue of insecurity in Nigeria, I think it doesn't start from this very government. I think it's something that we have been battling from day one. And I would say one of issue concerning the insecurity again is all about tribal issue. In Nigeria, first and foremost, we need to settle the issue of tribe issue. If we can eventually conquer tribe issue in Nigeria, the security will do what we stand firm, because there are loopholes in the midst of our security agency in Nigeria. Because I want to say, for instance, the banditry will just tell you that they are coming to attack Kogi State or Benue State, and they will say it wholeheartedly, and they will do what they will execute their assignment perfectly, and they will scot free with it, and without the security caught any one of them, they will not give any account of how they caught them. So the insecurity, everybody has a role to play in one way or the other. I, as an individual, as a citizen of Nigeria, I, as a citizen of Ogun State or any state in Nigeria, I have my own role to play. Which role are we playing as an individual? There are things that we need to discover. There are things we need to observe and put to a limelight or pass to the security agency as an individual or a citizen of the country. All this is not what government can easily do alone. And likewise, the governors. And I would say the governors should up their feet and stand firm. And whosoever that is answering to government as an official, or they are playing one role or the other as a government official, did they have passion to serve the nation? Did they have passion to serve the state? Did they have passion to deliver to their fellow Nigerians? All this joined together, when we have people that are not passionate, occupying a special position, in the government sector, definitely there will be lapses. And the insecurity will continue. So I'm passing my word this morning to the security agency. There are loopholes in the midst of the security agency. And in the midst of the security agency, they need to be dust, and they need to be properly investigated to know who and who is exposing the strength of the security of Nigeria. It's not just maybe the federal government alone. Also, it lies to the government, to individual. As in Nigeria, we all have a very sensitive role to play and to contribute, and to make sure we have testimony that long.
All right. Can this warning, stop the attack from coming?
Well, in Nigeria, what is happening, let me say about insecurity. I will still blame the government. The fellow contributed what is going on in insecurity. Remember, they said everyone should get their BVN and do their NIN. Since they did it, all this robbery is going on. Have Nigeria security tracked some of them? Since from the time of late Mama Buhari up to this current one, have they tracked each of them? No way. But these people are killing. How are they getting money? Who are sponsoring them? And most of them, this is generated from the north. What have the northern governors have do? Instead, most of them are supporting them. Now these people have already grown wing more than them. Why the police, the army, the agency of the insecurity can never stop these people because they are one of them. If though the one said that he know them, he can mention their name. Up to today, as Ahmed Tinubu have already entered power more than 2 years and some months, have you said mention those people that sponsored the terrorists? Have you make it? You haven't made any comment on it. That means they are the one that causing the problem that going on and insecurity. Let us say the truth. Have the Senate or the House of Assembly say, let us ginger out, talk out how this thing will solve. All the agents, let me say, the governors, let them have drum board to stop all these things. They are giving every month, they'll be giving different names, multiply day by day. Nigeria government haven't solved it. Instead, they will add them into the military rule, military base. This is how these people grow up, grow weak. Where federal government of Nigeria cannot stop them. If they let an armed robber come here, call a policeman, say that they are robbing here, the policeman will not come until those armed robber, maybe like 3 hours, roughly before they will go. And once they go, that is where police will come and arrest innocent people. So I don't know this type of nation. And most of them, they are traveled to many nations. I see how they are putting their own. The governors are traveling. The House of Assembly has traveled. The Senate are traveled. But see yet, they are not practicing what they see outside the country in their own country.
All right, away from this, let's move down to Lagos politics. Yesterday, ex-governors of Lagos States, the likes of Ambode, Fashola, and key stakeholders of the ruling All Progressives Congress endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's re-election. But does this endorsement reflect a new confidence in Tinubu's performance?
Yeah, I think it should, and indeed, it reflects genuine contribution and positive contribution into his government. It's a wonderful decision and turned up by the past governor of Lagos State, Ambode, Fashola, and the present governor, President Sanwo-Olu himself. It will be a boost morale to the Mr. President for them showing him a strong support and then be a strong stakeholder in the party, a strong stakeholder in Nigeria, a strong stakeholder in Lagos State, showing the Mr. President its support for the second time come 2027. It's a wonderful decision. And in addition to it is, we should expect more positive delivering from this very government of APC and positive delivering from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's something that can never be done in a day. It's gradually and with process, and I think Nigeria will eventually rejoice. Because I will tell you actually when we talk about all the Mr. President has put in place and all he has done, lay his hand on, he cannot lay his 5 finger on one spot at the same time. When you look at the issue of agriculture now, the federal government of Nigeria have invested so much on the agriculture, trying to beat down the inconveniency and the hardship and the hunger within the Lagos State, within Nigeria, within all states in Nigeria, And right now you can see that the dollar is coming down gradually, If at all we cannot just come down instantly, but definitely you can say our naira is coming up. And also coming back to the sales of food, I personally, I took it upon myself. I went viral to investigate how much per bag of rice beans that is being sold because in some markets, and I found out that individually it seems we are starving ourselves and we are enemy of ourselves in this country. I found out some places, even right here in Oba, down Oba Wole, I know of a place where a bag of rice is being sold from a dealer by 57,000 naira, and to the other hand, she sold 60,000 naira. In right here in Oba here, we know somebody in this line here who sell a bag of rice 62,000 naira, and while some others who are outside the shop there, they start to sell it 70 something thousand naira, 80 something thousand naira up to this moment, and it go to Ojuwoye. What I'm saying, I can back it up. I can give you the name and the address and the name of the dealers here in case you want to buy. I try to cross check to know how much per gallon of ground oil, palm oil is being sold in Yanoba. A bucket of a pepper and tomato, 25,000 naira, 15,000 naira, depends on what you want. I think it's being sold at some reasonable price. And all this, you can see that the pains and the stress and the burden of the citizens of Lagos State and Nigeria is coming down gradually. Fine, we cannot just get it done instantly, but with a gradual process, I think this government will definitely restore back the lost glory of this country, and all Nigeria will celebrate and we will rejoice to the glory of God.
All right, is there anything Tinubu has done to deserve a second term? You saw what happened in Lagos State yesterday. Of course, we shouldn't expect much from Lagos State. As regards President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they will always support him. All right, what do you want to say?
Well, what I can say, being former governor state of Lagos and the current one, yes, they have the strength to support Mr. President. But meanwhile, as my brother said that the pepper is now coming down, pepper, can you get pepper of 15 naira as of now? Can you get pepper of 15 naira?
With the present situation of Nigeria.
I ask a question. Can you get pepper at 15 naira?
Why will you buy pepper 15 naira? Do you want to steal it from market?
It was sold before.
Before which year?
Under a government.
Under which government?
Now let me just tell you, pepper of 200 naira now can never reach you for a pot of stew. Pepper of 200 naira cannot reach you for a pot of stew. Why are you telling Mr. Bayo?
If you want to engage me,
I will answer everything. I myself used to go market. I'll tell my wife, say, Conda, let me go and get some processing and cook. So I know what is going on. You cannot tell me, say, this. I myself used to cook. So if the gas, how much are you buying gas now? How much are we buying gas before?
No gas.
So one kg is 1,050 naira.
1,050 as of now. As of now, 50. 1 kg is now 50,000.
I'm telling you. Currently, one stick 1,050 naira. No, I know what I'm saying. It's been bought yesterday. We're not saying what is not real on the media. 1,050 naira. 1,050 naira. 1,050 naira. If you go to shop to an individual, they will sell it for you 1,250 or 1,300. Mr. Bayo, you show that.
But by God's grace, everything goes to be normal. Yes. You show that you don't have a pot.
What do you mean?
That's what it means. That is what it means. You don't have a pot. If you have a pot and cook, you will know the price of it.
How much?
Because what you are saying is completely zero. Ask everyone here. You show that you don't have a pot. That is what it means. It shows that you don't have a pot.
I have evidence to prove, and I will give you an
1,050 naira is a lie. It's a lie. 1,050 naira you cannot get. You're not even a filling station.
Thank you.
Yes, you don't have a pot.
All right, you're welcome to the program.
Good morning, our viewers. May God bless you. May God bless you, Mr. Mike.
You're welcome.
Thank God. It's midweek edition.
Mike,
good morning, sir.
Good morning, my fellow crew member, Biafra Evangelist. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, other fellow crew members. And it's this a very good day. It's a midweek decision on Global City Stand. And we are standing on the exiting protocol. I will say thank you, Lord, for having seen another day. All right, this is the person who reportedly fell out with Tinubu some years back. I'm talking about the ex-governor of Lagos State, Akinwunmi, Ambode. And with this new show of support in the public space, can we trust him?
You see,
As endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
you see, all of them. Why wouldn't they endorse? Ambode, you are quite aware how his second term was truncated, and today is also singing a signatory tune of his support for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's not something. It's not a big deal, because I believe that politics is all about interest. They say there's no permanent enemy but permanent interest. That's what politics is all about. If he's coming back now to say, okay, I want to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think it's not something so big deal, because it's the same pot that he drew his soup from. Why wouldn't he? And other of his like Babajide Fashola also was once a governor of Lagos State, and they will also want to toe the line or to give us a toga that he commands a very soft ground in the nation. But I want to say one thing here, is that there's another that he who wants to lead an orchestra must turn his back against the crowd. I think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, irrespective of whatever he does now, he is really facing the people of his cabinet. The crowd is the masses of Nigeria. I think I would like it to what I have just realized, that he who leads the orchestra must turn his back against the crowd. That's my submission for now.
All right, what's your take on this? Are they not aware of the current reality on ground about the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Why this public endorsement?
The public endorsement, my take on it is this. You know, they believe there is one particular thing that every Nigerians have at the back of their mind. North time and the south time. You understand? So it is the turn of the south. The north should stay clear. You understand? So with that mindset, you will know that these people, that not that they are in good, that 100% good time with the Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but they are just like, this is our turn. This is our time. And you know, north and the south, and there is no other part in the south that is not southwest. So, and moreover, Mr. President have already said, Emiloko is my turn. You understand? And two, these guys you are mentioning here, most of them like the likeness of Fashola, Ambode, they are, I must tell you, they are Tinubu boys, no matter what.
But the ones who had issues with it.
Definitely, tongue and teeth must have issues.
Why are they suddenly aligning with him?
No, excuse me, husband and wife must have issues and they will still settle. Son and father have misunderstanding, they still settle. That is the game. That is the game. So they have that issue. Now they must settle, and they have settled, and they have to endorse their boss, their organ. And let me tell you, it is the turn of the South, based on our political mental structure. You understand? After the North, then the South, and that South is the Southwest. That is how they believe it, and now it is their turn. So they themselves as what endorse Mr. President. And moreover, Lagos State, to be precise, Baba Sope, Godfatherism rules ever since Bola Ahmed Tinubu rule as governor.
Recently, we've seen meetings upon meetings, threats by NURTW, boss, and all of that in Lagos. Where are this coming up now? Is it because of the Lagos State experience of the 2023?
See, my beloved brother, I must tell you, they say,
are they afraid of
excuse me,
taking over Lagos State?
Not opposition, not only opposition. They are scared of the people, the citizens, the people living in Lagos. The number of them that are living in Lagos. You understand? Because to be sincere, Nigerians living in Lagos, the population is higher than those endorsing Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In number. So if actually elections should be conducted and vote to be casted, definitely the number will definitely apply number of those that are in support of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You see why all those things are going on. Take a look at 2023. That shows the evidence. Even in the polling unit of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he couldn't win. He was defeated in his very polling unit. That shows you how unhappy Nigeria is with that to Bola Ahmed, Mr. President. And that same thing is going to play double. So for that double not to play again this time around, you know, he was not even in power at that time. Now that he's in power and he has not performed, in fact, his performances is nothing to write home about. So people, if there is anything or any opportunity or any room to vote twice, people are ready to vote 20 times against Bola Ahmed Tinubu in large number. You see why they are scared. Not even opposition now, but the citizens, the people living in Lagos State.
All right, Vincent, how do Nigerians feel about another 4 years under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, given current economic realities? How do you feel?
You see, before I will answer that question, yesterday I made a short tour around some part of Lagos State, more specifically Mission Axis and Ishaga, along Ishaga Axis. And to my surprise, if they say Lagos is working, I wonder whether Ishaga and Mushin, they are not part of Lagos. Because the roads here, they are deplorable. There's nothing to sing about that will animate my heart. Something concrete is really working about this. Because I remember during the days of Babajide Fashola, this is somebody, because I'm not against APC. You know, I did mention that there's nothing wrong for me working with APC or any other party. But so long you are your mandate, you deliver. And I believe that there are human resources within the ambit of APC that is, I mean, that can still hold their head high. I still make allusion to the fact that people like Babajide Fashola, Akinwunmi, Ambode, when they had sway, we saw semblance of good governance. And you will recall, up to the now, I live very close, not too far from where we used to have direct labor. Then, under Babajide Fashola, because look at this Ogba road. There's no way you can, transverse in Ogba road that you will not see pothole. I remember those days of Babajide Fashola. You always see people coming in the evening to fill some of the potholes and some of the where they see that there are potholes and everything. Where is direct labor now as we speak? Have they taken flight out of the entire architecture of the state? Then you begin to wonder, why must you continue to pride yourself on failure? I want to believe that governance is about liberty. When anybody says that is really doing well, you should look at what are the metrics being used to measure it. Because I want to believe that if APC-led government say that they are really doing well, are you giving us a realistic statistics to buttress your doing well? And who even said tomorrow I cannot find myself in APC and work for them? But the only thing is that I want to believe that the people that are wrong, that are wrong-headed, are the ones feeding Bola Ahmed Tinubu wrong assessment of their stewardship. I want to believe that because look at Jandor. Jandor has never been tested as such. Look at Babajide Fashola, he has been tested. And today he still command a larger percentage of support. Akinwunmi Ambode, we knew about what when he came on board. You see the way Lagos State was, growing in terms of cleanliness and good
or road construction.
Lagos
State was dirty under the leadership of Ambode.
It was holistic.
I remember very
well. There was, when he came on board.
I know what I'm saying.
When he learned that vision scape, it was coming. We could see it, we could feel.
that something is on board and is working. But they never, but they didn't allow him.
And they cancel all this money
Hello, sir. They didn't allow him to accentuate his vision, as it were. You see, when you now look at this thing, because when you say you are on board, you are working. You have to see something on board, something realistic, something tangible that one can lay his or her on. And that is what governance is all about. I want to believe that if my Indonesia president, Nicolas Maduro, could sack 5 ministers out of his cabinet, I see no reason why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot do it. If some ministers are not vision, I think that things too should be replicated here.
I don't know if you like to touch this story we have on the front page of the Vanguard. Court remands Kanu's lawyer, brother, 10 others in prison.
Yes, I would like to say something there.
We've been asking your colleagues, why is Ejimako in Kuje prison?
See, Ejimako is in Kuje prison because of Igbophobia. Igbophobia.
Femi said he played into the hands of...
Excuse me, you know, he's not a lawyer. Go to other places that respect law, that respect constitution. Remember, it was weekend last week. Was it not Friday? They were saying Igbos are afraid. What did I say here? If you can recall, I said that anything, activities in Nigeria, Igbos get involved. Igbos are always the target. At the end, they will put the whole blame and portion on Igbos. I make mention of the answers. At the end, who did they blame? They say na Igbo. And the Igbos suffer for it. The co-data, they say na Igbo, which both some people here said that day they were arguing with me. I said, watch out, Showore. I didn't trust Showore, this movement. I said it here and I'm saying it again. I said, watch out what we play. And what really happened? Was he not in that same Monday that all of them went out for the protest, including Ejimako and Kanu brother, including what is it called, Showore? So at the end of the day now, where is Showore? Showore is working freely. Ejimako, prison, Kujo prison. Kanu brother, Kujo prison. Let me tell you, they use Showore to plank the Igbos. Let me tell you. In fact, they use Showore to plank the Igbos. Do you know that as at yesterday, Ambode, what is his name? That Showore visited his office yesterday. As Showore visited his office yesterday, he was not detained, he was not arrested. Yes, yesterday. But do you know that Maxwell Okpara visited his colleagues? That Maxwell Okpara was detained for over 4 hours. What are we then saying? He was detained over 4 hours before he was released. This time I'm telling you, Google it now.
Are you now blaming Showore for the arrest of...
I am not blaming Showore. What I'm saying is that when I said it in here, I have a lot of oppositions and a lot of people.
But Igbos were supporting him in the first place.
Excuse me, get my point. Not that they are afraid. But
I'm not saying afraid. They were supporting Showore.
They were supporting
that great move.
Hold on now. That's why I use the word plank. Showore was an element which Nigeria used to draw those people out, to bring them out, to carry out their evil mission, which they have succeeded. And that is why when Mr. Femi was talking here, he said something that the man doesn't have, something that he doesn't have sense or whatever. I was like, why is he sounding like this? But in a second thought, it's not wrong for somebody to protest. And it was called a peaceful protest. And let me tell you, the Nigerian court decided to say, okay, this is a place of protest and this other place must not be protested against or go to. Now, I agree with you and I am telling you, some of us are here talking about it. We never subscribed that very Monday to see the movement of that protest. Yes, that did not violate the law. But see, my brother, there were
There was tear gas that day, and these people were tear gassed, and they were shot at. But Nigeria saw to Jibelo with the arms and gun and everything. See, their Musa could not tear gas anybody. Rather, this government to pay them ransom to acquire more arms. Then today they are threatening. See, my beloved brother, I must tell you the truth. We have to be very careful because we, the Igbos, are the major target in every movement in Nigeria.
All right, in the comment section, Wisdom says Ejimako and Mazin Namdekano brother are playing games with the IPOB. We see far away what you guys cannot see in a million years. Ejimako is a criminal. Wisdom.
Ejimako is a criminal. He is the one that says so. I don't know if he has stolen anything from his family that made him to call him a criminal. And if Ejimako should be criminal, I don't think that Ejimako would have continued fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release. Are you trying to tell me that they have not tried, Nigerian government have not tried to meet Ejimako in order for him to hands off from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case? There was a lawyer before Ejimako who handled the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case. That one collect Akokpazo and shift, trying to lure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to agree with the terms and conditions of Nigeria. That was why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sacked him. Ejiofor, you to these men at the back, you don't know, and then you will not just publicly come outside like that to say it, because according to Maxwell, sometimes I do listen to his speech. You understand? He uses wisdom. There are some things that through a lawyer language, you will know where they are heading to. So it is unprofessional for them coming out of it. But in the court, there will be a kind of standing on that fact.
All right, Blessing Adex says you are totally lying. You don't know anything about Shore. Those are the dash among Igbos. All right, we move down to Big T Prince, and what he's saying, you see, ungrateful acts. Now they are blaming Shore for doing
This time on my with him, just the same way they used him before against Jonathan.
Okay, what do you have to say?
What I want to say here, I think every day I'm already being vindicated by whatever I've vomited on this platform.
That Shore planned this?
You see, one thing is that I've always said that every theatrics, every kind of comedy drama that we have witnessed in recent times, I think it does not stir my heart, because I've said it that the tool of protest has for long been forgotten as a potent weapon in arriving at a conclusion in the country. Because everything has already been vitiated to a point that it's now become a bazaar. You understand? Because I don't see the way, because I've said that our protest, but because this process that Shore led of recent time is not people oriented. I don't know what he wanted to score, because I believe, I did mention that if I were to talk about Shore, I would say I have 50 for him, 50 against him, because I cannot really tell you that he's on real course, because that's just the only thing. Because all what we are seeing is coming. You can see now. I never knew that he has some kind of strike in his leg. You saw what really played out in Abuja. I think if you both were to come back again and go on 100 meters dash with Shore, I don't think Usain Bolt will have managed to beat him to it, because you can see the way he stride that he took there, and that will tell you the kind of somebody who wants to lead a protest. You have already resigned to fate that yes, irrespective of whatever happen, you are going to stay there, stay in the course. In battle, in military battle, once you kill a commander of a troop, then the battle is almost won. Right. And that was what happened.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, yes, good morning once again. You're welcome to the program.
Yes, good morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
We're not around on the 20th of October when the protest was went on in Abuja. and aftermath of the protest, we are not around as well. That was yesterday. But how can you describe the entire process?
Yes, I think
before that 20th of October,
yes, Mike.
there was an injunction from the court. That
It's a kangaroo injunction. That injunction was taken from the chambers of the judge, not from a sitting court environment. Mike, take notes. So it does not hold waters. Mike, apart from having some things I needed to look at, I monitored the protest from the beginning, how it started to a point. I also have my reservation, and there's a lot of things we are actually documented. I remember what Sowore did, Mike, to an extent, was as a result of circumstances that started playing out over Mazina's case. Please understand that very well. Circumstances, I'm not looking at whatever he has or whatever. No. I'm looking at my focus is Nnamdi Kanu. My focus is Tosho. My focus is federal government. Anything outside that, I'm not interested. Because I begin to find out that on October 2021 or thereabout, or 22 or thereabout, a court of appeal. It has never happened in Nigeria before. A court of appeal acquitted, discharged. The matter was taken to Supreme Court. Supreme Court passed judgment that Nnamdi Kanu did not invade his jump bail. The same Supreme Court now sent the matter that have already been pronounced by the appeal court back to appeal. Mike, if you look at it from every angle, there is a calculated attempt to muzzle the judicial interpretation of what Nnamdi Kanu is going. So on the I believe, because when I say it without any reservation. Nnamdi Kanu in the first place did not commit any offense. If Nnamdi commits offense, I will not committed the same offense. Bringing Sowore into this was circumstantial, because it has become very clear that everything surrounding this matter, front and back, under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to an extent, the same Bola Ahmed Tinubu orders for the retrial of this matter. So it has become an embarrassment. Out of these issues, Ejimako and the rest of them felt that it has gotten to a point where the whole judges in Nigeria, nobody wanted to attend to this matter. All of them, until they brought the one who is loyal to Wike. Omotosho, we know what Omotosho did in Rivers State. This is the same Omotosho. But let me tell you very clearly, no matter how you look at it, everything I keep on saying it, everything that's going to disintegrate Nigeria, every factor that is pushing, both by the government and themselves, are pushing towards disintegration. All these things you have seen is moving towards disintegration. I don't mind whether Igbos lose whatever they have in this world, but let them go on their own and be peaceful. I'm telling you the truth. I went to, later in the day, I went to a shrine. I went there. That's the last day of celebration, to observe one or two things, and I discovered something. There was total freedom. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Absolute freedom. You know what I'm saying? Total freedom. Whose legacy is that? That is what Fela Nicola Pakuti put in place. As long as you do not embarrass anybody, you don't fight, you don't tell people cloth.
I am saying it whether the Eastern governors are against Maximum the card rules list or whatever. The bulk of the whole thing is in Bola Ahmed Tinubu's table, and we are seeing the handwriting clearly on the wall. And when this thing will be used against Nigeria as a nation, nobody will come and blame it. We have already known it. The Igbo man is the target anytime, any day.
Why are you always saying that?
Mike, I'm always saying it with facts and figures to prove it, and nobody anywhere in the world can challenge it. Nobody, no single person, nobody. Yes, nobody. I give you a brief history of the first what triggered the hatred, and I can tell you that if people must stop the British government from exploiting gold, that led to what they call economic movement. A lot of people don't know what led to economic movement in 1945. And this thing has been transferred to a system as corrupt, which foundation is being questionable, is still questionable today. Therefore, you question the foundation of this country. Fela question the foundation of this country. Awolowo himself question the foundation of this country. Those who are painting it, yes, it's a government. It's because, yes, we are being oppressed and suppressed because of the crude oil in that place. This Ejimako, well, let me tell you, maybe you've not heard about Kano can be. Yeah, let him go. If it's possible, they can send him to Kirikiri. Yes, well, I'm telling you, lock them up. Yes, no problem, I'm telling you. Tie them, send them to Kirikiri. So that you, Omoteku, what do you call, the IG, what's his name? Egbotoku and Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be very happy. Simple. The multiplying effect is what we are waiting for. Mike, whether you say it was not a success, the protest was not a success, or it's a success, that is not my business. But we can see that the who is who in the activism world in Nigeria, we are there. Causing that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu has become a phenomenon. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu has become a reference point. Mazin Kanu has become a symbol of Africanism. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu has become a symbol of Pan-Africa. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu has become a symbol of liberation. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu has become the second Mandela. We saw it very clearly that the bandits with over 1,000 Okada and AK-47, we are giving presidential treatment. But somebody that said what is happening, you can see the speed at which the trial is going. Ejimako will not die there. On 26, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is going to court. Omotosho, he opened, yes, the government has closed their defense. Nnamdi Kanu will open the. Please, Omotosho, we can no longer cry over this. I was born a free man, and they cannot hold me hostage. Call me a slave, not to be a slave. Let Omotosho jail Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. That's what, so that is can end. Nigeria can continue peacefully. Everybody you see, I know very clearly that a lot of people are making mockery of what is happening. But God knows that a time will come when posterity will stare Nigeria on the face. But you see these Igbo leaders, it's just a matter of time. Nigeria as a nation, it's just a matter of time.
What is it? You've tried judiciary, it seems the judiciary is not working. You've tried sit-at-home several times. It seems and the last one was a protest in Abuja. Everything didn't work.
Mike, I mentioned something. I mentioned something about
what's next.
Mike, let me tell
What's
you.
the next?
I can tell you very clearly. I told you the other day that Isinguzo, who is a Ohaneze faction loyal to Mai, was saying no protest. The real Ohaneze, led by Azon Tambata,
protest must continue. And mind you, what is going on within the South and the Southeast bloc now is triggering towards unification, which the system, including the West and the Northerners, will not want it to happen. There's ongoing unification. When these two become a major bloc, we will know why we will continue to bury the Igbos just to keep Nigeria one. We will know how after 6 million Igbos died in 1967, Nigeria have not rested. What is the offense of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Another question is this: what is holding Bola Ahmed Tinubu from taking decision? And what is the decision? People are talking, release this man, release this man, release this. A lot of people are saying it is not the issue they are saying. They are sending a signal. Release this man. It has gotten to a point. This thing is not clear. This is not, you understand? We are seeing you. You are very. The Northerners too. Who saw Buhari? The same thing. The Yorubas who are seeing it very clearly now. The same Sanwo-Olu was released by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We saw Sunday, we saw bandits being given presidential treatment.
Don't you think it's high time Kanu surrenders and accepts conditions?
Yeah, there's some conditions started coming, and you know what Kanu said? Kanu said everybody should get ready. I don't know what they mean by getting ready, whether he's going to die or he's not going to die there. You understand? Because we have seen the Nigeria Medical Association has also compromised. To be health caregivers has compromised. Like Nigeria is working. I'm telling you, Nigeria, it looks like everything. Yeah, people come here and say, hey, it's working. Yes, it looks like it's working. But do you know what happened to an old woman who paints her face on daily basis? When you remove those cosmetics, you see the real color of what is lying beneath this entity called Nigeria. I've told you very clearly, Bola Ahmed Tinubu should get the Attorney General of the Federation. Since you people have closed your defense on the matter, withdraw this case and allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go. You keep on dragging him front and back, my brother. Because, if not that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention, whatever protest they are going to lead, you understand, Igbo man will not be involved in anything called Nigeria protest. We don't want to be involved in anything, but because of this guy, but anything happens now. Because if you see that surge, as he surged it, let me give you reference to what happened in Madagascar since September last year. Change policy of this thing. That man there refused. Then he started coming gradually, until the day he ran away. The president ran away. They have started telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu now on this issue of protest. It's coming out. If he doesn't know, if they're not releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in a few days from now, another protest will come. And by the time it started getting momentum and started having multiplying effects, then they should be ready to draw their guns and shoot the Igbos. But let me tell you, what is happening today, what has been happening in Nigeria are being documented. It will be used against Nigeria in just no distance time. I am for disintegration of this country. 100%. I don't have any reservation over it. I granted an interview yesterday on a cable TV, and I said it very clearly. I am for the disintegration of this country because they are coming. I keep on saying it, this calculated moves seriously against voices of resistance. It is conquest. They say, hey, Sanwo-Olu. all of them are now there so that they can have a broader way. But let me just tell you, the day the people will rise, the world will rise, the AU will rise, world leaders will rise. Nigeria will not be surprised that they have gotten to a point that even the so-called entity they call themselves cannot stand the forces when they will come for liberation. And they continue to deny Reno Makri and the rest of them, Bayo Nonuga, but the same Bayo Nonuga, that very particular Bayo Nonuga. He's the only one that saw Ejimako singing, it is his right, anytime, any day. Anytime, any day. We saw thousands, including Adeboye or Redeem, all of them marching in Abuja in Lagos State against Jonathan. Well, Soyinka, all of them came out. Everybody, we are Soyinka everywhere on the road. Nobody. They even carry Jonathan coffin. They walk up and down. They called Jonathan all sorts of names. Jonathan never made any arrest. Somebody that was not holding a gun, and he said, "Oh, you are mocking yourself." Because the day you will feel it, nobody will come to your rescue. We are not begging anybody for the Igbo quest, the Igbo struggle, something of an identity that we have come to identify that this is a burden, and we are going to carry it with both hands, without looking back. And you know what that means? A day will come, when we look at our back and celebrate the first Jewish African nation called Biafra. A day will come, definitely it will come. I'm just coming. I'm not done yet. Yeah, unless you have another.
Let's have his own take. All right, love you.
We are all seeing what is happening. I'm very sure any incident that happened, any event, Tinubu said is in record. But why Nigerian people are coming, nobody see joy in it, coming to say some other part which is not cool about his or our country. Why the people are out coming to criticize, constructively about the movements and policy of the government of the day is because they want the good of the country. If you have minister in which you have appointed that are not working fine, it's that time you send them back home. You understand? Because there's nothing that goes on under your, leadership that you are not, or you won't be aware of. If at all they are not even bringing it to your table, we have the media and the people who are crying. I'm very sure the president is more closer to the grassroots. I want to believe that. So there have been a lot of cry concerning the ministers who have been working and those who have not been working at all. So by now, what the people are saying that they need a drastic effect concerning the policies and the insecurity that is happening in the country. And those are the things that we are facing. Which area are we to look into? Aside from starting from where late President Muhammad Buhari, end his own, you as a person coming in, what are those things that you had already? I can remember doing the, campaign time where they wanted a debate in Assam. What do you have? We said you want to keep it. Come out with a policy. You don't just put all your egg in one basket. You understand the fact that the country over 8 years of Buhari have been facing large insecurity. Nigeria is not productive. The then president closed the border. Things are not coming in. So what are we going to do? Since the percentage of the food production has reduced to like 40%, why not look at opening the border and try to put some measures to the things that are being brought in? It will ease the tension. Then let's know how to tackle the insecurity. And insecurity that you are unable to tackle in the space of 8 years or 5 years, that means it's politicalized. That means there's no more insecurity. It's not a business venture. So the Nigerian people cannot close eyes to that, because if you say it does not concern you today, we never can tell. Maybe one day you want to write jam in other states and will be affected by all these insurgents that you are saying no, we are not saying anything about. We have family members, loved ones in the military, and those who are not, they have been kidnapped. You understand? The family of mine was kidnapped, I think 4 months or 5 months, 6 months, 5 months ago. In just a Oyo there, they came to their house. They carried the young boy, and due to some intervention and some this, we were able to get him after I think 4 days or so, get him out released. So if we say you are not going to say anything or so, this thing is eating hard. The responsibility and the development or betterment of Nigeria is in the hands of everybody. And if all these things keep persisting, that's how we start starting. Before you know, the history 2023 NSAS, nobody expected that. That's how it will come. And the day will come, there will be something like that there won't be any date for. There will just be outburst. And we do not want that to happen. Because all these things, we are all sensible, I believe, our brain are working, we know the right thing to do. This is not time we keep playing politics with the lives of Nigerian people or with Nigeria due to personal interest. Nobody owns this country. The country is for everybody. So be you APC or PDP or whatsoever, the party are not the issue now, but the individuals that we have. Is it too much to ask? Good governance. It's not your parents' money you are spending. You are going to use to do that. It's all of us, it's our money. So what is difficult there in just doing the right thing and let peace reign? It shouldn't be a difficult thing. Do the needful. Put the country straight. We have all what it takes. Is it natural resources we are talking about? US is like they don't have anything. So when all the countries that do not have 5% of the natural resources we have are blossoming. So what is the cost on us? So why have we decided to privatize the gold in Nigeria, the mining sector, the lithium and the likes of them as a personal
Apart from hunger crisis we are facing in the country, I think insecurity is another major challenge. And I thought in the first year of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in office, it was coming well security-wise. But as we speak, it seems it has gone beyond control. We have Nakurawa, bandits, Boko Haram, Namuda, don't know the other one they call Wulu. What do you think is going on? And where do we go from here?
See, God will bless you. See, where do you think we are going?
Has Tinubu lost it all?
It's totally lost. So the deal has been done. See, you come wrongfully, you will go wrongfully. See, did you see what happened on the 20th? We didn't day before Saturday. If those crowd, for example, to vote against him, is it coming back? It's not coming back. See that crowd? It's not only free now the country. Your free now the country was the head. What about the inside the document? Inside the document, millions of Nigerians say, we don't need you anymore. But the agenda is a free this number, but inside the document, millions of copies are there. Grievancing against the government of Jagaba. Can you imagine Wulu after Wara? Can you imagine Lakurawa? Where's the government? You see, where is the law that they promise? They don't care about us. See, now you are now using an idea to make Nigeria a one-party home. When you leave us in the forest for lion to devour us, to suck our blood. See, they go nowhere. See, I'm happy that now Nigeria is now open-handed. They don't know that, see, the giant will fall. The giant will fall. You see, Tinubu will be the first giant that will fall, hopefully. Because you came, the lion here, eat this bottom. The whole animal run away. But now when you now install you, the rock come back and where to be found. Can you imagine? I watched a video in this Tuji Bello, what they call his name. We see double. Sometimes you see granite chop. If you use granite, thank God. And we are in a country, you see paper, trillions budgeted, sharing. Okay, every time they don't say money low, Apabio, Bang, Isan. All of them will pay the price of suffering in Nigeria. I know.
All right, thank you so much, Oluwa.
God bless your life.
Is there anything you want to say about the endorsement of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Lagos? And will it change anything from what happened in 2023? Is there anything?
But they don't know, Mike, to be honest, the endorsement is expected. These are the people he met over time. These are some of the people he brought from nowhere to limelight. And I think they owe him that duty to give him that support. And that is what we are seeing coming from them at the moment.
Thank you so much, Joseph. Suma, I really appreciate you. All right, viewers, thank you for joining us this morning. We'll be back here tomorrow with more interesting stories. All right, the likes of Odeze Chima. Yeah, Odeze Chima, yeah, he's in the country right now. He's in Lagos. And we say a big thank you for reaching us yesterday and this morning, Odeze Chima. And to Mr. Ike in Caribbean Island, thank you. Also for joining us this morning, to Mrs. Clara. Thank you. Bukia Scrub. Yeah, thank you so much. Ordinary Time, we appreciate you. Antnam, CO. Daddy and the likes, we say thank you for joining us. We'll be back here tomorrow. If you're watching us for the first time, kindly subscribe to the channel and please tell your loved ones what is going on at City Stand. We appreciate all of you. Goodbye.